I'm getting a race, yeah. Yeah, we should be live in a second here. Hello, everybody. I apologize. Oh my lord, do I apologize. I had like a major blonde moment. Oh my lord. I thought I hit my stream button. Yeah, I did not hit my stream button, so I haven't been streaming for the last 20 freaking minutes. Oh. Okay. Start all over again. Well, welcome to the race. Welcome to the stream. Jesus. Thank you to Colin and Jack for letting me know that I forgot to hit the stream button when I thought I did. I hit a different button. So I apologize to everybody that's been waiting for the last 20 minutes going, where's the stream? But we are live now. I'm going to quickly go over the sponsors. Thank you to Hotel Blackfoot, sponsor number 1, just up the road from us. Great people. F&40's podcast, Leanne and Corey. Great podcast. Definitely go look at them. And the Ring King Custom Chainmail. Thirdly, for the sponsors, it's my little home business. Definitely go check it out on Instagram and Facebook. It's up in the it should be in the comments. And then lastly, but not leastly, our e-commerce store. We have launched it. It's been live for about a week and a half now. The link is in the description in the chat. So you guys can go check that out. We do have lots of merch that you can't get anymore, like Max Verstappen special edition hats, some golf McLaren stuff we still have. So please definitely go check that out. Plus lots of new stuff. I'm just saying the stuff that you can't get anymore. Plus all the new stuff that is constantly coming in. The guys are in warm up at the moment. Qualifying. We just found out after qualifying, guys. I apologize, but you'll find out who qualified where when we get into the race. Just threw a whole curveball into this stream. Okay. It's just throwing me for a loop. Once we get to the race, everything will be normal. So there's your top 10. Not a lot of changes in the top 10. A lot of people only move in one spot. That's about it. Then we get into the second 10 here. We've had a few people actually move up a couple spots. Pedro Gomez actually having the biggest jump of about 7 spots, I think. Everybody else dropping down just a handful, not too many. And then going into the top 30 here, Jack Boy actually going down about 5 spots from 18th to 23rd. A couple other guys going down a handful of spots just because they're missing races or just having bad luck DNFing and stuff like that. And then we get to the back 10, the last 10 here, but not the least 10. Not a lot of change, only a couple spots moved for each driver, so nothing too major there. Okay. Now, Howard's over here laughing at me because everything's just thrown right for a freaking loop. We are at Brands Hatch. Iconic Brands Hatch. Round 5. Weird corner names. If I seem off now, guys, I totally apologize. 3.9 kilometers or 2.4 miles, whatever you use. 9 corners. Lots of mid-speed corners on this track. A couple blind corners, one really slow corner being turn 2, the hairpin. Not a lot of passing areas, but we're gonna see what we can. What guys can do. Turn 2 and turn 8 are gonna be the big ones, I think, for safe passing. The rest of them are all gonna be like you gotta be really brave or really trust who you're racing against. So we will we'll go from there. Now. I can actually do, let's go over the standings right now. We're going to do the standings right now. So, this is your qualifying. So, Ben Sculian and Giuseppe Pastore are locking out the top row, or the front row. Colin Sanders having a good qualifying time, getting 3rd. Matteo Vernol, Michael Nizio in row 3. Tomas Golab and Valentin Iliev in row 4. Vitaly Vit and Mada and Dinka in row 5. Andy Birch and Jack Germania in row 6. Jack Aboy Trewick and Dino Faldetta in row 7. Andrea Zampini and Camille Anike, I butchered the last name, in row 8. Dennis Vandeven, Nikolai Bezrukov, row 9. Arcturus Kamal and Massimo Sorelli in row 10. I think we only have... Oh, we got 30 people today, so we got 15 rows. George Schwartz and Rafa Nizio in row 11. Josh Vanderstern and Mistral there in row 12. Colin Forth and Paolo Nucci in row 13. Dastan and Antonella Mastro in row 14. And locking out the last row, we have Valerio Margarito and Francesco Bernardi. Francesco Bernardi, unfortunately, on his flying lap, botched the entry into turn 1 and invalidated his whole lap time. So the poor guy, unfortunately, going to be starting last. He would have set, I know he would have set a good lap time, but unfortunately he got a little over ambitious and pushed it into the sand at turn 1. So he's getting to start at the back of the pack. Now, oh, I gotta do all this stuff like 3 times now. I apologize, guys. Okay. Incidents after last race. For those of you who don't know, incident reports are when incident reports are put in when a driver feels like they were wronged or taken out or whatever, and it wasn't like a racing incident, like it wasn't just something that happened. It's like if they feel like they maliciously got taken out, you put in an incident report, stewards go back and look at it, give penalties out. So we have a few racing incidents that the stewards actually deemed as racing incidents, and I went back and looked at the video clips that they had, and I deemed them exactly the same because there wasn't even anything there to send in a incident report for. And then we have a few more official warnings. Seems like every race we get 1 or 2. Michael Brooks, Jordan Schwartz, Francesco Bernardi, and Valerio Margarito all have official warnings. And I think you have 3 chances if you get 3 official warnings, as the guys are going to go into the race here. So we're going to be waiting for everybody to get on the grid. I think they're allowed to get 3 official warnings until they actually get like penalized for what they were doing. And then we have a few time penalties that were applied after last race. Thanks, Rassi, you too, dude. Anti-Rassi and Massimo Sorelli both got time penalties for last race. Anti-Rassi, we actually caught his on stream, kind of. He come barreling up behind Michael Brooks and Matteo Vernol and decided to kill Michael Brooks, which is kind of funny. But all was good. So we only got a 20-second time penalty in that race. And then Massimo Sorelli got a 30-second time penalty that was applied at the end of last race for blocking and ignoring blue flags. So that's a massive penalty. And then the biggest penalty, poor Rafael Nizio forgot to use 2 different tire compounds in the race, and unfortunately was disqualified from last race. And I do believe he actually had a decent finish in the race, but unfortunately because he didn't use 2 different tire compounds, he was disqualified. Success ballasts for this week. We have 6 people with success ballast penalties this week. We have Michael Nizio with 30 kilograms extra weight added. Nikolai Bezrukov with 25 kilograms of extra weight added. Giuseppe Pastore with 15 kilograms added. Anti-Rassi with 10 kilograms added, and both Andrea Zampini and Colin Sanders both have 5 kilograms added. Now, with that being said, 1 kilogram of weight is only worth 0.03 of a second to be slower. So if you were to go out and do a lap and you set a 1 minute 21.000, if you add 1 kilogram extra, you're only going to be like a 1 minute 21.030. And that's how they've scientifically tried to figure it out. So having 5 kilograms is not that much. Having 30 kilograms, however, that's quite a bit. That's a lot of time. That's like half a second. No, if my math is right, that's like almost a second in per lap slower. But as we see with some of these guys, the weight actually helps the car. So we will see what happens. Okay, I think I've remembered everything now for the second time. I hope. We're on board here with Colin Sanders. All the drivers doing their formation lap behind the safety car. Colin is up in P3 and Jacoboy is in P13. So not doing too bad. I know they both have a strategy in mind, and I know some of them are going to be, or either of them are going to be kind of like changing that strategy depending on how their race starts. As I'm already seeing a few people starting from pit lane because they forgot to hit the drive button, unless they're getting kicked out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people forgot to hit drive. That doesn't sound right, but we'll see as we go into turn 1. Too wide into turn 1 is a little bit sketchy, but can be done. Easy peasy. Oops, this button. As they all come around the hairpin. Oh, Michael Lizio getting squirrely coming out of turn 2. Everybody's going to spread out just a little bit now. It's not going to be... Whoa, there's 3 wide in the back. What the heck? All right, they've all kind of staggered in behind each other, try to make a little train. Not going to be really any drafting spots on this track. This straight here is the longest straight, and it's really the only good opportunity to get a draft. But the braking point you go into is not a hard one, so it's not gonna. The draft isn't gonna make that much of a difference. Jacoboy already making up 3 spots after the start of the race. Black and orange Corvette. Nothing in the background that I can see. Nothing up ahead that I can see. So far, so good. First lap, and everything's going swimmingly to plan thus far. Pedro Gomez is right on Colin's tail there, not giving any quarter. Coming into turn 2, like I said, turn 2 is going to be one of the better braking points. If you can get a better exit out of turn 1 than the driver ahead, you should be able to, I'm not going to say dive bomb, but pull up the side and then have an easy overtake in the hairpin. Unless they're defending very, very well, then maybe not, but we will see. Let's go a little bit farther back here. Let's go aboard Nikolai here. There's a massive train. Holy! Give it a couple laps, guys, and that train will disappear. People just pushing too hard in turn 1. Pushing too hard in this next corner, being Westfield Bend. This corner that Nikolai just went through now. People are going to go a little bit wide there. And then Sheen Curve. If you miss this corner, if you miss that apex, it makes the exit really hard. As you can see, Nikolai go a little bit wide. Lose some time. He's got George Schwartz hot on his tail. So let's go a little bit farther back. Josh Van der Sturen. And that bright orange BMW's got the Aston Martin of Dastan right behind him. And Ferrari of Rafael Nizio right in front of him. Nizio's livery not working? He chose a stock livery today. What happened? I wonder if Nizio's livery is not working. Because him and his son both have the same livery, so I wonder why he's using a different livery. But we will figure that out later. How's Colin doing up here? He's lost a little bit of time because he's battling with Pedro still. So they've lost a little bit of time to Ben Scullion and Giuseppe Pastore up front. little bit of a bobble going up the hill by Pedro there. Sliding a little bit through Hawthorns. Yeah. And then Sheen was easy. He caught up to Colin Huge and Sheen. Got on the gas a little bit too soon. Had to back out a little bit, but not too much. Oops. So far, so good. We haven't seen any incidences yet. Michael Nitzio and Tomas and Valentin Iliev going to be going at it in a second here. Yeah, that's what I said. It looks like, because Michael's is working, but I was just wondering why Rafa went with the stock livery. As Valentin Iliev starting to throw it up the inside turn 2. Is it going to make it stick? They're still side by side coming to turn 3. Michael Nitzio's got the better line. Yeah, Valentin has to back out, give that spot. It was a good try though. It was a very good attempt. That's the only issue, because you're gonna, the outside driver coming out of turn 2 is gonna have a better exit at turn 2. But they're gonna be side by side. Then it's gonna be whoever's braver going to turn 3. That was a good early attempt. As you can see, Jack the Boy back there in that orange and black Tracksvr car. In 10th place. He's actually pulling a massive gap to Andy Birch behind him. Jack's kind of all by himself. And well, because Rafa, I thought Rafa was using, I don't know. For what, I'm going to have to go back and look at the screen, because I swear Rafa was using the same livery Michael was using. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I was wrong about pushing a live button too, okay? Today is just one of them days. I don't know what's going on. Let's go. We're going to go up board Dennis Vandeven here. He's got a nice little train with Mada and Dinka and Andrea Zampini in front of him, so. Oh no, Pedro! Pedro goes off! Pedro went off into turn 1. That's going to give Colin... Oh, Colin's got somebody else to battle with now. So it looks like Pedro and Matteo Vernol were going at it, and Pedro just got a little bit lost. Forgot how much the dirty air. Turn 1's going to be a killer, dude. It kills everybody all the time. Francesco Bernardi already in the pits. I wonder if he's got damage. See, Colin Sanders got a new friend now. He's got Matteo Vernol behind him. You lose one and you gain another. Just like real life. Colin's doing good. Holding his 3rd place. We all know how fast Matteo is too, so it's gonna be good pressure. And we also all know how. Right? What? What? I thought you were racing today, Anti-Rassi. What the heck? Anti-Rassi and Michael Brooks both not racing today. On one of the most iconic tracks, and neither one of you are racing. Shame. Looks like we got a massive little battle going on here. Valentin Iliev, Michael Nitzio, and Tomas still going at it. Vitaly Vitt starting to close in a little bit, and it looks like Jacoboy's with Pedro's spin is getting another spot from there. Anti-Rassi's sick. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that's fair. That's very fair. I'll give you a free pass for that. This is a nice little battle here. Do we have any other battle? Oh, hey, we got to go on board with. We're gonna have to go on board Dino here in a second as we watch this front row view to Michael Nitzio and Tomas here. Valentin just biding his time. Okay, where's Dino? I gotta go back. I gotta go on board Dino. He's at the back of this train with Vandeven and Jack Germania right in front of him. Yeah, you can't. No, You do 5 minutes of practice and you'd be blown right out. I totally understand. It's totally acceptable. I'm gonna turn the cars down just a hair because holy are they loud. Coming into some of these corners, they are really loud. That's awesome though. Tomas going a little bit wide on the hairpin, allowing Dino to catch up a little bit. Oh, Mateo has made it past Colin Sanders. I don't know if Colin had a little bit of a bobble, but Mateo has overtaken him, and Colin's still putting the pressure on. He's not leaving him alone. Texas, I don't care. Stop calling me. Texas wants to check on my car's warranty? It's a Mazda. It's not that special. Come on. These guys are still going at it, and it is allowing Vitaly Vit to catch up. Yeah, COVID's not fun, dude. It is really not fun. Oh, Tomas getting a little bit squirrely in turn 1. Nizio's really putting the pressure on, though. Lots of little battles. Whoa, here we go. Jack Romania up the inside. Turn 2. Oh, no, he makes contact with Andy Birch. And spins Andy Birch out going into turn 2. With that full send, had a little bit too much speed. I think that will definitely be looked at in after the race. Let's see where let's see where did he go? Pedro dropped all the way down to 17th after his mishap into turn 1, and he's got Dastan going side by side. Yeah, you don't want to go too. You can go too wide up the hill, but it's really tricky. Dastan taking a peek up the inside again. Oh, Andy Birch all the way down to 24th after that incident. Super unlucky. Let's go with Camille and Dennis. Well, maybe it's Camille I'm thinking of that has the same color car as Michael. Maybe that's who I was thinking of. Maybe I had Rafa and Camille mixed up. Because you would think father and son would race the same color car, right? Like that would just make sense. Father-son team. My brain tried to put 2 and 2 together. Obviously, it didn't work. And then just behind, yeah, just behind. Look at that pack of cars behind these two. Holy! Let's go to the back of this. Massimo's in the back of the pack. There's the pack in front of him. Holy crap! Is that a lot of cars in one small area? Dastan's trying to force it up the inside on Pedro in front of these guys. Just gotta bide your time. This is a patience track. If you don't have any patience, you're not gonna do very good on this track. No, live timing is weird there. This is the biggest pack of cars like on the track at the moment. Oh, they're slowly separating into groups of 3 now. Dastan! Whoa! Big spin by Dastan. That's what I mean. A little bit too over-ambitious going up into Sheen Curve, and you'll just hit the grass, and it will do exactly that. Spin you right round. Right round. Here we go. Dino's got some encouragement. He's got that AMG. They're going to go too wide into turn 1. A little bit of contact. There was a little bit of contact. Whoa! Pedro going off again into turn 1. Oh, Nikolai backing out into turn 2. That's okay. Dino goes wide, and so does Tomas. Or was that Tomas? No, it's Dennis Vandeven, sorry. Oh, Jordan Schwartz spun out behind and causes Dino to no! Jordan, you just killed the organizer, man. What the heck you doing? Racing incident. I mean, Jordan spun and Dino just had nowhere to go. Poor guy. That's funny though. Anytime you can beat up on the organizer just a little bit. Let's check. Colin Sanders has lost a little bit of time to Mateo. Now he's got a 2-second gap, but he's also has a 6-second gap to Tomas behind him. So I know the strategy Colin is trying to go for, but I'm not gonna voice it just in case Michael and Anti are talking to their teammates. Don't want to give it away. We'll have to look at it after. You'll have to look at it after, Michael. I just think it's funny. Because all I saw was Jordan spin and then Dino's pushing him sideways across the track. Alright, we're going to go farther up the field here. We got Tomas, Valentin, and Vitali. 2 BMWs against that Porsche of Tomas. Actually, Valentin's right on Tomas's booty right there. We're 15 minutes into this race already. It feels like we're just hauling in this race. Oh, I know. You got a warning last race, Michael. You bad boy. And Anti got a massive penalty. Of course, I knew that penalty was coming because we watched it on stream. Yeah, you gotta be fair with everybody. You can't just let one person get away with it. If he's a steward, you have to let everybody know their place. Oh, Jack Romania's right on the tail of Jackaboy Treywick there. Let's see how Jack does holding Jack. That's gonna confuse everybody. Jack's got to hold off Jack. Okay, I didn't say that. You did. That was you. That was totally you. I also know what Jackaboy's strategy is, so I won't voice that either. But me knowing that will helps me understand. Whoa, who spun out there? Tomas? And he's in the worst spot because he's got so many groups. Oh, Tomas, that's not good. Where's he gonna end up? Back up in he's in 16th. I don't know what happened. Maybe Anti-Rassi, being his teammate, might be in the chat with him, might be able to tell us. Yes, I do remember that being mentioned somewhere. That if an admin is involved in an incident, they are not allowed to judge that incident, which is a very good rule to have. I highly agree with that rule. As we're on board with Andrea Zampini and Michael Nizio here, battle for 9th place. And they're slowly catching up to Jackaboy, Jack the Hammer Treywick. Oh, Tomas bended on his own. Man. I mean, this track is one of those tracks. It's going to cause people to have... Yeah, it gets into your head big time. Ooh, this is a nice little battle. We got a BMW in a Porsche sandwich of Colin Forth and Jordan Schwartz. I hope you're drinking like a tea or something there, Rassi, while you're under the blanket. Oh, Pedro trying to go up the inside. That's okay. It's going to force Colin Forth to go a little bit wide at turn 2. Contact made. That's going to allow George Schwartz to come through as well. That, to me, very fair pass. A little bit of contact on the exit, but nothing major. The pass was already made. You're just listening to them whine. It's always fun when Michael's here. When Michael Brooks is here, it's always fun because he talks about some weird stuff. Listening to the drivers whine. Oh, we got we're gonna hop up the track a little ways here, back with Michael Nizio and Andrea Zampini as they're catching up to Jack the Hammer Treywick. You know what? We're gonna call him Jack the Hammer. And then we'll call it Jordmania. We'll just call him Jordmania. JG and Jack the Hammer. That'll be the names. What, you don't need tea in your life? What's wrong with tea? Tea's delicious. You know what? You were just out just enough that it probably sounded like an infomercial. That's why you have the deafen button in your wheel for. Oh, you're talking about you don't need the whining in your life. Ah, I understand. It has a Anti-Rassie's got a deafen button on his wheel, so if people are whining, he can just deafen everybody. You know what? I need to do that at home. Rassie, I need to do that. I need to get a deafen button on my wheel at home, so I can mute everybody that's complaining. Jack's doing a good job. He's got some good pace, holding off Andrea Zampini and Michael Nizio here. He's doing a good job, defending his line when he needs to and keeping his pace up so he's not losing time. And then Camille is slowly starting to catch up behind. Everybody else is kind of just pulling gaps out. Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! You got to read Michael's comment. Shots fired. Oh, Michael going for the deep line. I don't know what happened there. Don't mind me while I munch on some cucumber. I was happy until I heard you guys speaking. Oh my god, you're gonna kill me today, you guys. Jesus. Okay, Andrea Zampini has made it past Jack Boy. Jack's a little bit, apexed a little bit early going up. Hawthorne's there, but that's okay. Here we go, the two teammates of Nizio and Camille. I'm sure they're gonna be in a chat together talking about how they're gonna make this pass and how to be patient, and then how they're gonna follow each other through. So both taking a little bit wider line, using all the track. Doesn't seem to affect it any different. I know that curbing on the outside of Sterling's is a little bit bouncy, so it kind of actually slows the car down a little bit much. Nah, this chat is awesome. I love the chat. When they're going at it with each other, that's even better. Ben Schooley, I don't even want to go on board with Ben at the moment because he's so far ahead. He's just pulling out time and time and time. It must be nice when you guys all drive together all the time. You call each other names. Heck, I know when I was on, before I started working here on my esports team or whatever, yeah, we'd call each other some interesting names. Them all being European, yeah, there was, especially the Irish guy with the really heavy Irish accent. That was funny. Here we go, Camille's gonna, yeah. So there was some team discussion there. Looks like Camille was let by Michael. Camille having a little more pace by looks of it. So they're just gonna work together. They're probably gonna use the draft to catch back up to Jack instead of fighting. But it looks like they are losing time to Jack Boy there. Okay, let's go. We're gonna go aboard with this battle here. Pedro's finally caught back up to somebody after his few spins. Battle for 15th here. Tomas is up and made it back up into 14th. Got a few spots back. These guys, look at the chat, man. Me and Howard are dying over here, you guys. This is great. I love it. Watching racing and listening to you two yap. It's awesome. This is great. I love it. I love it so much. All right, let's see if Madon that Bentley. Let's go on board with Madon here. Let's see. Look at that. Look at the three-way battle between Tomas, Nikolai, and Pedro up ahead of the Boatley of Madon here. That car, the Boatley, would be so hard to get around this track just because it's so big compared to everything else. Oh, looks like that looked like Van de Ven going a little bit wide out of Hawthorne's, or not Hawthorne's, out of Sheen. Put my map this way. Now I can see. I can't read the names very well, but I can see the track a little bit better to what it actually looks like on my screen. This is a good little fight that we're watching up. You guys got Howard into your chat now. What the heck? Pedro looking up the inside, going to turn 2 on Nikolai. Tomas going a little bit wide as well. That curb is killing Pedro's car a little bit. There is contact, but nothing major. Pedro backs out. Try to get the cutback, but it's not going to work. That allows Madon to catch right back up. It's going to be all about the braking. Oh, Pedro's full standing up the inside. Oh, Madon almost making contact with Nikolai there. That was a good little second effort from. Oh, Jordan Schwartz has joined the battle on Madon coming into Hawthorne's here. They're going side by side. Jordan Schwartz just has a front axle by the rear axle. Backs out. Yeah. The report or the block button. Oh my God, you guys. Jesus. Oh my Lord. These two, man. You guys need to get everybody else in here. The other guys that aren't racing, we need all of you guys to just be in the chat, just yapping at each other. Bickering about your teams. Oh, Pedro looking out the outside. Tomas really defending that apex hard from Pedro. Pedro's getting squirrely. Looks like Pedro's really got that car at a really loose setup. Oh, it goes wide. That's going to allow Nikolai to come up beside. Oh, phone call. The big bazooka. Oh, Madon's up side by side with Nikolai here going in. Yeah, it's going to be a free spot unless... No, Nikolai still rides. Still wide, so it's not going to be a cutback for him. That's okay. These guys in good little battles here. Nikolai coming back on Madon here. Getting pinched a little bit, but not too bad. Coming into Westfield Bend. Coming down the hill. This is Dingledell, which is the weirdest name for part of a track. Up in the Sheen Curve, probably one of my favorite corners. Go up the road just a little bit to Pedro. Catching, he's sticking on to Tomas pretty closely. He's not letting him get away. Just up the road, Michael Nizio. They're just around the corner, actually. Michael Nizio and Jacoboy Trewick are having a nice little battle still. Gonna go pop on board with these guys. Camille, looks like Camille went into the pits. Oh no, Camille's made it past Jack. And has pulled out a massive gap. So Jack doing good. He's actually keeping these guys at bay for a bit. Helping spread the pack out a little bit. Which is always good. Oh, we're gonna go up the road just a little bit more. Vitaly Vitt and Jack Germania. And then Andrea Zampini right behind him. In a little battle, we got 3 manufacturers. We got Chevrolet, BMW, and Audi having a little battle here. That is very fair. The Dingledell, yeah, it is definitely a very British name to a racetrack. And I like how you put British as you were actually speaking in British. Sounds like some. Yeah, it probably was a bet, to be honest with you. It wasn't this track; it was somewhere else. But it was a European track. Maggots and Beckett's Silverstone. Still really fun corners. Megats and Beckett's are awesome corners. Michael Nizio going into turn 1. He's going to try to the outside line. That's not going to work. Nope. Not going to work. The outside line can work if you don't go that wide. Jack doing a good job of holding his line. Very well done by Jack there. As Schoolia now has a 6-second gap. Oh, Michael Nizio. Oh, coming off the AstroTurf. Whew. Good save by Nizio. I'm glad we caught that on camera. That was actually a really nice save. Let's go back to these guys. Oh, Pedro has made it past Tomas. We missed that, but now Mada is on Tomas's tail here. Does he have that? He doesn't have the face on the front of the car, on the hood of the car. He should have put the face that's on the side. He should have put it right on the hood. That'd be a scary thing to see coming down the road. The Bentley with the face put on the hood. That'd be scary. I think, Michael, didn't you run a fan of Deja Vu driving while I was drifting? Yeah, no kidding, eh? Yeah, Michael, didn't you do a livery last year with the British flag and... Don't bring it back up, that RAF car, oh my god. Russian, I mean, hey, it still makes sense. Royal Air Force, Russian Air Force, it's the same. Oh, here, Madaw's looking at the outside, going to turn 1. Now he's got to back out. You can make it work, but that Porsche just... I feel like that Porsche is very good in the corners. Oh, Mada turned in really early, almost takes out Tomas there, back, but corrects himself. The Spitfire Bentley. This is a good little fight. They've all been kind of just swapping places. Every once in a while. We got less than 45 minutes left in a race, so we are half an hour into this race, which is nice. For these guys, anyway. That means only half the race left. Almost. Pedro's caught up to Van de Ven. After making it past Tomas, he's now caught up to the next Team Future driver that he's got to make it past. Pedro becoming the new torpedo. Man, it's weird because it's like every time he sends it, it's either a really good send or he kills himself. He just looks like he's like the car is really twitchy coming out of corners. Like it's super loose. Yeah, it's... I don't know if it's his setup or if it's just his driving, but it doesn't seem like he's driven like that before. Tomas really defending that apex. He's not letting, or Dennis, I mean, defending that apex, not letting Pedro by. Cuts off the nose to get the inside line going to turn 2. He's not letting Pedro by at all. See, he just, that rear end's really loose. It's really weird. Oh, it sounds like we are. Yeah, that's Pedro for you. Yeah, okay. If you guys all race with him, you guys will all know. Actually, let's go back a little bit here. Battle further back. Paolo Nucci and Jordan Schwartz calling 4th here, having a nice little battle. And Andy Birch is actually catching up. Oh, bonk. See what happens. Nothing yet. This is the battle for 17th. And then the other battle we were just watching is just up the road. Bunch of little groups forming. That's why one of the reasons why I like Brands Hatch is you always get little groups here and there where they form and they just battle it out for the rest of the race. Dude, somebody needs to do that. That would be awesome. Having a Volkswagen Beetle with a GT3 engine in it. Pedro has killed himself again. Pedro killed himself again. I don't know if he did, but it looks very fishy that he did kill himself again. Oh, get a little bit squirrely. Actually, go back. Jordan Schwartz taking a peek up the inside of turn 2. If you know how to defend turn 2, people aren't going to get past you very easily. Sculian has come in for his pit stop. Or one of his pit stops. The mandatory one, at least. We'll see where that puts Sculian out. He did have a 6, 7, or 8 second gap to second place. So. Facepalm emoji for Tomas. For what did he do? Did I miss it? It didn't look like he did anything, unless he was the one that killed Pedro. But I don't see how, because Pedro is way up the road. Pedro has come into the pits. He's going to take a breather. Figure things out. Reset. I know I've had to do that. You just have a couple bad laps. You're like, screw it, I'm going to pit now. Reset. Have a drink. He nuked Pedro. It was Tomas that killed Pedro. Okay, so it wasn't Pedro's fault then. Okay, good. See, we get the insider feeds here, man. Paolo Nucci and Jordan Schwartz. Looks like these two have a little more pace than Andy Birch behind them, but Andy Birch catches them under the braking zones. Everybody going wide on turn 2. Why is everybody taking the middle line? That's weird. I know late apexing it helps a little bit more, but just, yeah, trying to keep the outside tires more in the rubber, yeah. It's very fair. Oh, Giuseppe is coming to the pits now. Where did Ben came out in 13th. So Ben came out in 13th. He's hoping that things go well for him. Jack still holding up Michael Nizio. It looks like Nizio's just having a hard time getting past him, and Jack's doing a very good job of making that Corvette as fat as possible. Basically turning it into the Bentley. Because, you know, the Bentley is the biggest car on track right now. But Jack making that Corvette just as big, and it looks like they come into a back marker of I'm gonna say Massimo or French. No, that's not Francesco. Francesco's an Audi. I don't know who the back marker is, but that's definitely a back marker, that white Corvette. So Michael Nizio is putting on the pressure for the last 15-20 minutes. No, Camille was the one that got in front of him. Yeah, because the two teammates, right? Yeah, because Camille made it out past and did a big push, and then Camille is still out on track at the moment, and Michael Nizio is just putting on the pressure, seeing if he can make Jack make a mistake. So far, so good. Tomas has had a little bit of a mishap. He's let Mada and Nikolai past him. Tomas has ballast today, does he? I didn't think he did. And I read the names out. No, Tomas doesn't have any ballast today. So how is he complaining about his car? He's got no extra weight. But in sim racing, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. You said it, not me. All right. Well, everybody's starting to pit. No ballast for Tomas. Yeah. So why is he complaining about his car? Unless he's complaining that the ballast helps and he doesn't have it. Yeah, Nizio has ballast. He's got the 30 kg. No, that's a leg spike. That was a leg spike. He looks like he's just... Pedro's connection isn't very good. Because it's only Pedro's car that's doing that. Where it kind of glitches off to the side. It's only Pedro's car. Yeah, it's Pedro. Everybody else is fine. All the other cars are fine. Pedro just spun out again. And I'm going to say that that's probably because of his connection. Yeah, Nizio is struggling to get past Jack, that's for sure. Now I understand what you're saying. Okay, Michael, that's my bad. I now understand what you're saying. Colin has come into the pits. Colin Sanders has come into the pits. So is Nizio, deciding that, hey, following behind him that much longer is not going to be worth it. Let's dive in. Everybody else is just kind of spread out. Their back markers and stuff are playing roles now. I'm trying to find the close gap for battles, but there's not really. Oh, Dino. Nope, Dino doesn't have it. Doesn't close. Why is my live timing all screwed up? What the heck? Giuseppe just did a. It looked like Giuseppe just did a splash and dash. Or yeah, it looks like he just did a splash and dash because he went in first place and came back out in first place. So he just did a splash and dash, which means he's gonna have to pit again. As we're riding up aboard Dino here. Colin just coming out of the pits now. Let's see where he comes out. Oh, Pedro has DNF'd. He DC'd. His connection was getting really bad. I think he's from Brazil or Portugal. Yeah, somewhere out there. Colin not losing too much time. I think he went in when he was in 4th, coming out in 7th, so he only lost a few spots. Yeah, that's what I think, is Giuseppe didn't change his tires, he just fueled up. Gt3 Mania, this is our closest battle on track at the moment. Gt3 Mania and Josh van der Sturen. Jackaboy Treywick has come into the pits. I'm thinking Jack and Colin are trying a one-stop strategy to see how that works for them. Pedro's from Brazil. Yeah, that's what I figured. For whatever reason, it depends on what part of Brazil you're from, because I've raced against Brazilian guys and their connection is almost better than mine, and then you get other people and it's like your connection is good sometimes and not so great other times. Oh, we got another battle a little bit farther back. Andy Birch and Paolo Nucci battling it out for 18th, farther back of the pack here, but we're going to stay on board with these guys for a bit. As they're coming into turn 1 here, coming around the law, coming into the start-finish straight. Yeah, that's what I figured. Because average ping is like 60 to 80, right? So I'm assuming his ping's like almost 200. Because yeah, it was fine earlier in the race, and then all of a sudden there, it was just, he was fading all over the place. Ben is up into 2nd place, but as we know, oh yeah, Giuseppe is coming in for his second stop, where I'm assuming he's going to be changing tires and either adding more fuel for the end of the race. So this is actually pretty good today. Only 1 DNF so far. That's awesome. The last, like, every race is... Oh, sending up the inside. That was a nice pass. I don't know if Joss is doing some fuel saving or what, but that was... Where'd Jackaboy go? Where is he? There he is. I just heard him say something, so I don't know if he was exiting behind a blue flag or what it was. He's got Massimo Sorelli in front of him. Ping limit of 200, yeah, so his is going to be like on the cusp of that, and then it'll come out. Yeah, so Giuseppe's going to lose a lot of time now. He's definitely doing more than a splash and dash. The last time would have been either just a tire or a splash and dash. But everybody else is so spread out now. Oh, Mada and Jordan and Paolo Nucci. Oh, Jordan going super wide. Oh, and getting a little bit squirrely. Let's see if that killed anybody. No, he just took out a sign, a brake board. That's okay. All good. No brick. It's a good thing nobody uses the one board, I hope. Everybody else is starting to... Andy Birch and Paolo Nucci. Whoa, my dog getting all kinds of out of sorts in turn 1. That's okay. Jordan Schwartz gave him the spot, and now Madaw's giving the spot back. He felt bad for him. Alright, dude, go take care of yourself. Get some sleep. Feel better. Hopefully we see you next week. Jordan Schwartz and Dennis Van de Ven, the Team Future cars going at it. Oh, Jordan trying to peek up the inside. Dennis Van de Ven doing a good job of closing off that apex. Take care, mate. Take care of yourself. Don't, yes, T. T always helps, dude. T always helps. Ooh, Jack's caught up to Massimo here. Let's see what Jack can do. Good. Next week's going to be a good race, so we want to see you back on track. Jack checking. Oh, Jesus. Jack taking a little bit shallower line. Then we're into, this is Surtees corner, that uphill, the little like weird, that's Surtees. I've literally got a track map printed out in front of me with the corner names. We'll figure something out. Giuseppe's back at, okay. Oh, Jesus. I was like, Giuseppe's back in the pits again? What? No, it's Valentin Iliev that's in the pits. Colin up into fourth. Ooh, Colin, where is he? Go on board with Colin. Let's go on board with Colin for a second here. Colin's right on the tail of Matteo Vernol. Oh, he gives him a little bit of a tap. Oh, that's going to make Colin feel really bad. Yeah, Colin, if any of you guys ever race against Colin, he's a very, very, very honorable driver. Like that, once he tapped him, he just he basically stopped. Like, you don't have to, but because he knows that it was his fault, he was like, gentleman rules, give the spot back, right? We saw it last week actually at Imola. Anti-Rassi gave Michael Brooks the spot back after murdering him in turn 7 or turn 17. So that's okay. Colin's gonna, whoa, blue flag, that was dangerous. That's gonna be penalized, I'm sure. Oh, Colin's gonna get to race with Dino, maybe, unless they pull away from him. Oh no, Dino was lapped, so he's a blue flag, so he's not gonna be. Never mind. Take it back. Let's go back on board Jack as they come past a couple blue as they come past a blue flag. Jack is still doing a very good job. He's in P12. I think this will be his highest points finish this season, I think, if my memory serves me right. Was it a P10? His highest, I think? Oh no, he was in P10 and it ended up being P13 because he slowed up at the so his highest was P13. So if he can finish in 12th, Jacoboy's going to get a personal best finish this season of P12. And then further back, we got a couple close battles starting to show up again. Madaw's trying to keep that car from going in the sand. And then up front, Colin is still putting the pressure on Vitaly Vitt in that BMW. Going to the Sheen curve. Use all that curbing. You can use that curbing on the exit of Sterling's, but a lot of people opting not to do it. You don't want to roll like over it a lot. You kind of just want to use the front like 6 inches of it, and the car will be okay. But it gets bouncy after that. I don't know if they can or not. They might have. It might have been like, that's what she said. Like a whisper, right? Both Tracksvr cars do a good job of holding their positions and putting a little bit of pressure on the drivers in front. Mada trying to keep pace with those Porsches in front of him, or the Porsche in front of him. Last 26 minutes of race. Matteo Vernol into the pits. Dastan into the pits. This is gonna be a nice. Oops, not that one. This one. It's gonna be a nice little battle if Valentine can catch up. Andy Burt's going a little bit wide, allows Madot to catch right up. He's a little bit too tight on the braking zone. He's going to be a little bit slower coming out. Oh, maybe not. He's got a really good run coming out. He got stuck on the outside line, though, coming out of that kink. That's okay. Madot going to see if he can send it in the braking zone. No. Oh, that was a lap. That was the back marker. That, I think, is Arcturus. Yes, that is Arcturus in that red, blue, and gray McLaren. Jacoboy making up some free spots by the people that are having to do a two-stopper. If it's not clear, a couple of guys going for one stop. That I think that should almost be pretty clear at this point. That's better, yeah, using all the track. He's going to get a really nice exit out of that turn. Oh, Mistral DNF2, no. That's okay, 2 DNFs though, that's not bad. Out of 30 people, that's 2 DNFs is good. Yeah, Jack is sitting P10, dude. He's sitting in P10 right now, and they have a 6-second gap to Nikolai behind them. So as long as these two don't fight too much and they just kind of help each other get around the track, they should be okay to stay where they are. Obviously, they want to jockey for that P9 position, those extra points, but finishing in the top 10, that's going to be good points haul. So Jack gets a really good exit. Holy! Massimo just taking a little bit too much gravel coming, or grass coming out of the out of Sheen curve there. Like I said, very deadly corner if you go a little bit wide. Very good job by Jack the Hammer Trewick. Took his opportunity, saw his opportunity, and took it. Put the hammer down. Let's go on board with Colin, who's literally on the butt end of Vitali. Trying to get the cut back. Took a little bit too much curb, had to check up a little bit. That's okay, he's going to have a nice little draft. Of course, this straight's not long enough to really make the draft worth it, but it's going to be noticeable. Here it comes. Yep. Vitali got it. That was a really nice pass. That was actually a really nice move. Vitali just getting, not squeezed, but getting forced onto that outside line, going on the uphill right-hander. It's so off camber on the exit of that corner, on the outside. The car just won't rotate unless you go really slow. That was a good pass. Both Tracksvr drivers doing a very good job of showing what they are made of, making some very nice passes late into this race. Jacoboy has actually made a 1.5 second gap to Massimo now, putting on the afterburners the last 22 minutes. Then we got Madonna, and Andy Birch going at it still. Let's see what can happen. This is going into Sheen curve, and they got Valentin Iliev right behind him now, so this is a three-way battle. Battle for 14th. Remember, all those points matter, and Paolo Nucci just up the road. They're actually reeling him in a little bit. This is a nice little train to see at the end of the race. It's going to be whoever does not make a mistake in turn 1. Or not going wide in turn 2. Everybody doing a very good job. Vitali not using all the curb on the exit of turn 1. It's going to hinder him a little bit, but that's okay. He makes all the time up back in the braking zone. Looks like Massimo has come into the pits. So Jacoboy's in no man's land. He's going to have a nice little finish to this race if he can keep his pace up. He has a 20-second gap to Colin. Ah, what happened to Colin? Oh, no, it just happened too. I wonder if he just took too much curb at the exit of Sheen. Too much grass. That's okay. Colin will be able to make all that time back up. Nothing to worry there. Let's go back on board with Badaw here and see what happens. Him and Andy Birch are still going at it. He just had a spin, yeah. Andy Birch taking too much grass out of Sheen curve. It's turn 1 and Sheen. Those are the two deadly corners. Yep. They do, very much so, yes. Very much so. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, but when you get fatigued, we all know you get fatigued, especially after 50 minutes of racing now, you get fatigued and your brain starts to get fatigued, and that's okay. They had some back markers, but they actually caught that back marker at a very good spot right on the exit of turn 1, so everybody just kind of goes right around them. And the back marker did a good job of making himself predictable and stayed nice and tight to the inside of that corner, so these guys didn't have to die a horrible death. Valentine doing all he can to try to make Colin or Andy Birch make a mistake. Oops. Did I just see? I think I saw another DNF. No, okay, it was still 2. I thought I saw a third DNF. But all is well. Oh, we're starting to get. Looks like we're starting to get a little bit of battle up front here. Battle for P5. Michael Nizio, Camille, and Vitali starting to reel each other in, so they're going to have a nice little battle for 5th in a second here. And then Mr. Schoolian's got a 34-second gap, so, but I think he's going to have to pit in the last 10 minutes to get some fuel. I just feel like he's going to have to stop it. Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, everybody, this is going to be within the next 8 minutes. I think we'll start to see the second stoppers, or the 2 stoppers do their second stop. And Jack Germania is actually having an awesome race. I think this is the highest we've seen him this season. As Michael Nizio is starting to catch up to Camille here. You can tell they must be teammates. For one, the livery, and 2, their driving style is almost exactly the same. They hit the line, everything's exactly the same. Yeah. Vitali going a little bit wide. Michael Nizio sacrificed his exit. That was weird. Down to 3rd, and then power all the way back out, and a quick little break. This is a good little front row seat, being the 3rd car in a 3-way battle. Oh, Vitali goes off wide. Michael did the smart thing and checked up just in case Vitali came across the track. Michael with very good awareness, because that BMW could have come flying right in front of him. It could have been way worse. Very, very, very good awareness by Michael. But now, here we go. Is he going to back out going to turn 1, or is he going to try to... Oh, he full sense it. Yeah, full sent it. Misses braking. Just outbraked himself. That's okay. Vitaly doing a good job of just hitting his braking point. They're still too wide though. You can pass on the outside here, but it is very difficult. Michael getting the cutback going into turn 3. This is a good little fight. This is the second race we've seen Michael have some really good battles. Just gonna go on board Jack a boy here for a second. Oh, Jesus. Cars all over the place. Yeah, let's go back on board with Michael. Oh, Michael! Oh, good save! Holy, that's 2 this race. And he actually didn't lose that much time. That's impressive. Holy. Yeah, Jormania's doing very well today. He had a good qualifying, and he's actually performing really well. That's awesome. It's going to be his first podium. Everybody's doing so good. Let's go on the 1-to-1. See if there's any other battles, even if they're a little bit farther back. Let's go see. Let's go on board with Mada here. He's caught up to Palanucci now. After he's gotten past Andy Birch, he's caught to Palanucci now. He's got to put some pressure on. This is the battle for 12th. Paolo looking like he had a little bit of a poor exit, but the top end of that Audi is just insane. The Audi is, yeah. The Audi is stupid. The first 3 gears almost feel like a Formula 1 car in the Audi. Okay, let's go back on board with Michael. Perfect timing. Let's go back on board with Michael. Okay, he didn't get squirrely this time out of Westfield. Vitaly doesn't go wide through Sheen. Coming into Sterling's, both easy peasy, nice and smooth. Let's see if Michael can get a really good exit. Nope. He's going to be too far back to send it again. That's okay. This is basically allowing Camille to just drive away. Michael's putting the pressure on Vitaly, allowing or slowing him down. Oh, Michael's going to go wide in turn 1. That's okay. Caught right back up in the braking zone. Vitaly going a little bit wide, a little bit soon. That BMW understeering just a hair for him. Yeah, get off that AstroTurf as fast as possible because it slows you down like crazy. Vitaly really wide, but Michael follows right behind him. If Michael could have stayed tighter, that would have been an easy pass. But all that dirty air. Gonna go back to Mada here. He's caught up right on the back end of Palanucci here. Lots of good battles, or a couple good battles. The rest of them, everybody else is pretty spread out at this point. Jackaboy is still in 9th. Colin Sanders has made it back up into 7th, but he's got Andrea Zampini hot on his heels. We got a couple good little battles going on now. Battle for 5th, battle for 7th, and the battle for 12th are starting to heat up. I'm gonna go back on board with Michael because this battle is doing awesome. Michael outbraking himself again. Michael's just pushing too hard now. He's gonna wear out his tires too fast. He's gonna have to back up just a hair. It looks like Mada has made it past Palanucci pretty easily by the looks of it. That's a better line through there. By both drivers, excuse me. Michael's just playing it safe. through all of sector 2. Doesn't want to make any mistakes. Doesn't want to give up too much time. He is doing a very good job as a teammate of holding up the driver that was catching his teammate. So Vitali getting a poor exit. Whoa! A little bit of contact, nothing major. Gonna have a little bit of cosmetic damage on that Ferrari, but should be okay to drive. Shouldn't be any steering damage. Looks like Colin Sanders is pulling away from Andrea Zampini a little bit. That gap up to 0.8 seconds instead of the 0.4 that it was earlier. Michael actually making it through turn 1 without going wide this time. Let's go a little bit. Oh, jeez. Almost a good exit. Vitali just having a better exit there. No contact this time in turn 3. Oh, it looked like Michael had a better exit out of that corner, but that BMW just a little more top end, I think. Now the battles are starting to heat up everywhere. There's like 4 of them looking at my live timing. Okay, we're going to go on board with Matteo Vernol, who's caught up to Jordan Schwartz for a second. Oh, yes, right. People are going to be pitting to get a quick splash of fuel, right. Thank you for reminding me, Michael. I forgot about that. Camille has caught. Oh, he has too. Jesus. Oh, Mateo's gonna have. Oh, good save. Good we caught that on screen. Mateo would have had that move made, but got a little bit squirrely. Camille and Jack Germania. This is the battle for third. Camille has officially caught up to the battle for P3, so now it's all about just keeping consistent and driving. Michael Nitzio still putting on the fight to... so both of the Rapid Racing team members in a good fight. Nitzio in the fight for 5th and Camille in the fight for 3rd, so they're going to get a wicked points haul. As these two, Vitali and Michael, are coming up to a back marker. Let's see how that plays. That's unfortunate. Michael would have been hoping that that back marker kind of held him up a little bit more. On board with Camille, these guys are coming into some lap traffic now too. Oh, all the other battles have kind of puttered out now. So the only really close battles are Camille and Jack Germania and Michael Nitzio and Vitali Vitt are the 2 closest battles on track at the moment. And back markers are playing a role in the battle for 3rd. Camille going a little bit wide at turn 2, but that's going to be caused by the back markers slowing everybody up. Is the back marker going to let him by? Yep, lets him by, no problem. All right, let's see what happens here. This is the battle for P3. Let's see what happens. Back markers are doing a good job today. This track, if you get caught in a certain spot, you can actually let people by pretty easily. Imola was a little bit trickier because some of the corners are a little tighter. Oh, don't go too wide in the sheen. Jack goes a little bit wide. Camille's going to force it on the outside. Very well done. That was very well done by both drivers. Honestly, there was a little bit of contact in sheen, but not enough to really make it, in my opinion, not to make it a penalizing incident. as they came out side by side, and then Camille just had the better run on the outside of Sterling's. So Dino being a back marker, getting out of the way nicely for everybody. Gonna hop on board with Michael Nizio for a second here. Some of the back markers kind of going a little bit wide. Okay, Ben Sculian has come in for his splash and dash pit stop. Let's see if he can hold on to that P1. Giuseppe, we know of, has already done his second pit stop, so he's wherever he's sitting is where he's going to be fine. Sculian is going to be coming out of the pit stalls here. Oh, he's already out. So he came out in first place. Yeah, just doing a quick splash and dash. Only lost 22 seconds. Go on board with Michael again here. He's doing everything he can to make it past that BMW of Vitaly Vitt. Trying on the outside of the last corner. Oh, okay. Vitaly Vitt has gone in for his splash and dash, so it looks like Nizio's going to have some clean air unless he has to pit. Colin Sanders up into P6 now. And that's actually going to give Jack Trawick a free spot as well. So that one-stop strategy that Jack and Colin are going for looks to be working out for them. I'm just trying to look for any other battles that are on track here. Oh, Massimo and Joss going into turn 2. Massimo's got the inside line, but that's going to give Joss the better exit. Battle for P21 at the moment. Vitaly Vitt lost so many places. Where's he going to come out? 15th. Whoa. I don't know what that quick change of direction was. That was interesting by Massimo. I don't know. Break the draft, but it was such a sudden, like a quick, sudden change of direction. Oh, Valentin Iliev and Andy Bircher in a nice little fight for P13. Oh, and then we're going to go on board. We're going to have to go on board with Andrea Zampini here in a second. As he's caught right up to Colin Sanders here. Or they have caught up to Colin Sanders. I apologize. Could be a guy, could be a girl, don't know. And Colin has a back marker in front of him who is not doing a very good job of getting out of the way. What is it? Yeah, he's all over the place. Is he going to block Andrea out here too? A little bit. Okay, Andrea's got the better, yeah. That was, what the heck? I know somebody got penalized for that last week. So these drivers really got to focus up and pay attention. That was good. That actually helped Colin pull out a little bit of time. Jack Germania is actually still sitting in fourth, but Michael Nizio is actually starting to catch him, and he's kind of losing a little bit of time to Camille in front of him. So, and doing that's gonna lose him even more time. And then going wide, that's not gonna. I mean, tires are gonna be going. This is the last 2 laps now. Actually, where's Ben? Ben is coming around the second last corner, so he's gonna give everybody 2 more laps. So everybody's got at least 2 more laps left. So I hope everybody did their fuel calculations. This is why I always add at least 3 laps of fuel extra into my car, just in case. Oh, Palanucci's. No, that's not really a. That's kind of a fight. That's 4/10. He's got a little battle with Valentin Iliev after Valentin came out of the pits. Paolo Nucci is racing on the Paolo Nucci race team. Michael Nizio is now down to 1 second behind Jack Germania here. So really putting the power on. Colin Sanders has pulled out about a 1 to 1.5 second gap on Andrea, depending on where they are on track. And we should be... Ben should be coming around. He's coming up Hawthorns. Yeah, so they're gonna get... Ben's gonna get one more lap after this one. Everybody else will have one more lap as well. Andrea Zampini working together with teammate back marker there to try and catch Colin. And Jacoboy Trevick's going to have his best finish in SRM. 3 laps wouldn't slow you down that much. Depending, well, you guys are using 2 times fuel wear, so 3 laps, yeah, that's a lot of fuel. But if you're just using 1 times fuel wear, then 3 laps is really not that much fuel. It's only going to slow you down like 2, maybe 3/10. Plus, it adds more weight to the car, so you're more stable around the track for the rest of the race. 0 minutes remaining. And Jack is caught up to Camille, or oh, Michael Nizio's actually made a pass. What happened to Jack? He must have had a spin. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yes, the time stopped in the pits. Yes. Yes, that is fair. All right, Ben is got like 3 more corners to go until he takes home a win after blowing up his engine last race. He's going to redeem himself by getting a win as he laps 11th place. He's lapped 2/3. Yeah, that's it. Jack Germain, yeah, he's like really struggling for pace. He's got to be in like, because Colin might catch him. Colin and Andrea might catch him before the end of the race. He's like coasting around the corners. Because he's out of gas. He's got to have trouble. He's got to have engine troubles, or he's trying to save his gas for the end of the race. That's what I mean. He's trying to save it so he can roll across the finish line. Like, look at this. He's got a massive little train behind him now. Oh, he's easily got to have some kind of issue. Oh, makes contact with Colin. That's okay. It's going to give Colin a free spot. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate for Jack Germain. He was having such a good race too. Where's he going to finish? Let's see where he finishes. I want to see where he finishes. He's going to finish in 7th. He's going to... And Giuseppe had to pit. Oh no, he didn't. He crossed the line already. Never mind. He crossed the line already. Jesus. I can't believe that. That's funny. If they had one more lap, Jacoboy Trewick would have caught him too. He didn't blow up his engine or forget to change his tires for once. It's what, round 5, Michael? He's finally learned his lesson. Ben has finally learned his lesson. That was an awesome race. That was so good. Lots of good battles for majority of the race. Lots of like incidents and passes and stuff caught on camera on the stream, which is even better. Yes, congrats to Ben for his first win. Was it his first win?
I thought he won.
Or did he win one early?
I thought yeah, like first or second.
Because he DNF'd. Oh no, he got P20 2 races ago. He DNF'd last race. It was becoming a future meme. It was that bad. Because he forgot to change his tires, blows his engine. It's just like, It was bad. I don't know what happened, but that was a good race. That was enjoyable. I really enjoyed watching that entire race. I hope you guys did too. That was awesome. Oh, and your extra point goes to Giuseppe Pastore with the fastest lap of a 1 minute 22.780, almost a full 3/10 faster than Ben Scullion, who took pole position. So your podium is Ben Scullion in first, Giuseppe Pastore in second, and Camille. I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name because every time I do, I butcher it. In third place. Those are your three podium finishers. So congrats to everybody. Michael Nizio got fourth, Colin Sanders fifth, Andrea Zampini sixth. Poor Jack Germania got seventh after running out of fuel at the end of the race. Poor guy. Jackaboy Trewick, Jack the Hammer Trewick, got eighth place, his best finish in SRM this season.
We'll update it on the next race. What happened to Jack Germania?
Yeah, I'll make sure I get the full.
We only think that's what happened is that he's running out of gas.
It sure looked like it.
Yeah.
It sure looked like it. Unless he did crash somewhere along the way and we just didn't see it and he had lots of engine damage, but I highly doubt that was the issue. Thank you so much for watching, guys. That was amazing to watch. I'm going to give my congrats to Jackaboy and Colin here.
Great finish for Team Tracksvr.
Great finish for everybody that had good finishes, their best finishes. That was awesome. Ben, Jack Germania, even though he did run out of gas. Jack Trewick, Colin Sanders, awesome finish for everybody. So I'm going to let Howard give his final spiel here, and then I will be right back to finish us off.
Hey, race fans. You could hear me in the background for most of this, but now I get a microphone. Ricky's let me at the microphone. I'm not sure why, but it's always good when he does. I wanted to say, first of all, thank you to everyone commenting, Michael and Auntie. We hope you feel better soon, buddy. It was it's great to have you guys commenting, and it makes it interactive for you and for us. So it's lots of fun. Of course, we hope to see you guys back in racing as soon as you can. Hopefully next week. Great job by everyone in the YouTube comments today. I did want to thank all our sponsors, Hotel Blackfoot, FN40's podcast, our own e-commerce button, so that's Tracksvr Square site, and we put the links up in the comments, so take a look if you're watching this later, and you can click on that link. That'll take you right to our merch selling online. And then finally, Ring King Custom Chainmail. Rick makes all kinds of cool stuff. Throw out a search and a like on Instagram. You can take a look at a bunch of the things. But if you're a nerd and like dice bags and bracelets and stuff made out of chainmail, then he's got lots of cool stuff. I wanted to thank SRM as well. Thank you guys for letting us broadcast. We have lots of fun on Tuesdays. We look forward to it. You guys are a great bunch of guys to work with, and exciting racing as always. So thank you to all the drivers today. I didn't see too much. I think the race marshals are always busy after the races, but I didn't see not as bad as maybe some of the other races that we've had. Thank you to the race marshals and everybody that looks after that. It's a lot of work. We know that. And lastly, thank you to Tracksvr for putting this on, and these broadcasts take a lot of work as well. So thanks to Rick. He is our Rick the Trick amazing hooper, and coming to you live from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Earth, is what we like to say. So anyways, you guys take care, have a great week, and don't drive out there like we do in here.
All right, everybody. That was Howard. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Anti-Rassy, I know you're not here, but thanks for when you watch the end of the stream when you wake up. I hope you're feeling better, but thanks for coming out. Michael, thanks for coming out. You guys yapping in chat was awesome. Really made our lives a lot more fun. But thanks so much to everybody else that was watching, even though you guys weren't chatting. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
We hit 93. I looked today, we hit 93 when I started setting everything up. So
Rick gets to keep his job.
I get to hopefully keep my job for a little bit longer. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to our sponsors, Hotel Blackfoot, FM4A's podcast, the Ring King Custom Chainmail. It is Christmas season, so check out our e-commerce website. I did put the link in there earlier, so definitely check that out. Lots of good F1 merch on there if you guys are F1 fans. Also, if you play like D&D or Warhammer or just want something cool made out of chain, check out my Instagram, Facebook. I do a website. It's on the Facebook page and the Instagram, so go check that out and get your guys' Christmas gifts and stuff early. Other than that, I think we're good to go for next week, guys. We're going to be at Monza, so that's going to be fun. But until then,
Italian hands.
Enjoy your week. Hope everybody feels better.
We're getting a camera next time.
We're gonna hopefully have a camera next time.